Keegan, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we are going to be doing a high school advice Q&A. I recently asked you on my Instagram to just ask me some questions you have about high school, whether it's advice, anything that you want to know about high school. I thought I'd answer them. I love doing these videos, and I definitely know that when I was in high school, I loved watching these videos and getting lots of advice for things that I didn't know. If you don't know, I just graduated high school, so now I'm going to be in college, so I've been through all 4 years. Also, side note, I've done freshman advice videos and senior advice videos, so if you want to check those out, you definitely should if you want more advice for what grade you're going into. Good thing she didn't break. Whenever I do Q&As, I always ask on Instagram, so you should follow me on Instagram, and I do a ton of giveaways on Instagram, so that's just me being like, follow me. I'm just gonna start off by saying most of these questions are about how to manage school, work, a social life, club, sport, and I've talked about this so many times on this channel, but I'll re-say it. It's all about time management and prioritizing. For me, this really meant that I always put school before I put my friends, and sometimes I know a lot of people that put their friends before school and they didn't do so well in school. How my days worked on school nights, so after I got home from school, I would just spend some time for myself, you know, watch Netflix, take a nap, do whatever, then I eat dinner, and then I study, do homework, things like that. Like school related is always after dinner, and then I just like get ready for bed and fall asleep. And then weekends, I filmed YouTube videos during the day, and then at night I'd hang out with my friends. So I had like 2 nights a week for my friends. If I wanted to hang out with them on a weekday, I would do it like right after school, and I like designated me time. That is really how I had everything going. I never played a sport because I'm like not athletic at all. I did do clubs, but club meetings weren't like every single day. I just had to take away some of my like me time after school to go to a club meeting. I put school as a priority first. I managed everything because I had like a set scheduled time in my head for time management, and that's what really helps me. You do get a lot of work at school, and sometimes it is stressful, but it's never been to a point where I feel like I couldn't. Well, there's times where like my dramatic self's like, I can't do this, but like I've never physically had homework or something where I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like it's not in the cards. I've always made time for it. You can manage it. You just have to prioritize your time with time management. How do you get motivation to actually do homework and not procrastinate? Like I said, I always did homework after dinner. So having that set time was like, well, now I have to do it. Like I can't not do it because I push it off to the very end of the day after dinner because I was about to go to bed. So having that set time really helped me. Also having like an area where I did my homework, like I always did on my desk. Sometimes I did it on my bed, but my desk was like my area if I really need to focus on something. It didn't have any distractions around me. That helped. What was the hardest part of high school? I would definitely say my physics class was really hard. Which year is the hardest and why? I would say junior year, but don't worry, senior year is just as hard. Junior year, you just have all your hard classes going on at once, and then you have like the SAT, ACT. You're getting to a point where you're taking like AP, dual enrollment, like harder level classes, and you just have a lot going on. You're expected to do more in like your clubs and all this stuff, so it's just a lot going on and a lot of responsibility, but it's nothing that I couldn't manage. Were you ever left out from plans with your friends, and if so, how did you deal with this? Literally all the time. I swear at one point I had friends who like intentionally left me out and then would like send me Snapchats and be like, look, we're hanging out without you, ha ha ha. It's the kind of friends that you're with. Like if you're friends with people that intentionally leave you out, maybe you shouldn't be friends with them. If they do leave you out, focus on yourself. Watch a Netflix video, do your homework, do something that will better yourself and that you're not focused on the fact that they left you out. It's the fear of missing out, I definitely think. Just focus on yourself and not so much them. Should I take 3 AP classes as a junior? Honestly, yeah. If you think that you can handle it and you think that you can do well in all 3 at the same time, do it. If you think it's going to be too much, maybe take 2. How do you get your homework done with social media? Like, were you ever distracted? I would just put my phone away. Sometimes I would get distracted in the middle of my homework. I'd be like, oh, let's scroll through Twitter. I think putting your phone away and just having a space where there's no distractions is really important if you want to get your homework done in like a timely manner. I accidentally just exited out of all the questions, so now I need to go back. And now oh my gosh, I'm sorry. We're back. No, we're not. How do you get good grades consistently? This is really a combination of like completing your work, studying, and just striving for an A. I had this friend, and she would always be like, I just need a C in this class. Like that's all I need to keep my GPA. Like I'll be fine. She never like strived for the A, and that bothered me so much. Getting good grades consistently is about working to get good grades consistently. Honestly, just like completing your work, taking good notes, and studying for your tests. That's how you get good grades, and I'm definitely going to do some more videos talking about it. I've definitely done lots of videos in the past talking about how to get good grades, but I can do more. Okay, this one got a lot of likes, so I thought I would answer it. At what point in high school should you know about what you want as far as college and your future? I'm a sophomore and people are already asking me, but I don't know yet. So this comes for every single person differently. I knew people freshman year, they're like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a surgeon, I want to be this, I want to be that, and I had no clue. I was like, I don't even know what college I want to go to. I had no idea what major I wanted to go into. My junior year was when I kind of started having this this idea. I'm majoring in digital marketing, and that's kind of had the idea of like marketing. Really senior year is when I was like, maybe this is what I want to do. I still have no idea what I want to do. I have an idea, but I would say like junior year, senior year is when you kind of, it just happens. It just kind of, you feel pressured enough and you just figure it out. I know people that are in college and they still have no idea what they want to do, so don't feel pressured and don't feel like there's a timeline for when you need to figure out what you want to do in the future, because it happens naturally and there's no rush. You can take your general ed courses in college and then figure it out. One way to figure out what you want to do in the future is take electives and join clubs. Those can really help you figure out career-wise if that's something you want to do. Like if you're in a marketing class, like do I want to do marketing? Junior year, senior year, don't feel pressured to figure it out, because I'm still kind of confused and I'm going into college. Do you suggest taking honors classes, or are they not worth all the stress? I'm going to be a freshman and I really want to know. It really depends for yourself. If you were like in a GPA race and you want to be valedictorian, do it. What I found was honors classes were the same as on-level classes, just more work. Dual enrollment AP classes are just genuinely harder. Like there's more material to cover. You cover more material and a more advanced level. So it really depends on what you want to do and what you want out of a class. It's very personal. I didn't like honors classes just for the reason of like we were learning the same stuff as on level, we just had more homework. It also did bring my GPA up, so it depends on what you want out of a class. Are people gonna think you're weird if you hang out with the younger grade? So I was always like, why are people hanging out with the underclassmen? Like that's so weird. And then I started hanging out with them and like they're cooler than my grade. So well, actually they're kind of not. Like at my school, everyone hangs out with the grade below them. It's a weird thing. No one hangs out with their own grade. It's odd. I'm going to be a freshman in a few months. What is something freshmen should and shouldn't do? Congrats on being a freshman. You should like walk on the right side of the hallway, kind of like when you're driving. I guess you're a freshman, so you're not driving. Walk on the right side of the hallway and walk fast. Like don't walk really slow, but like don't run. Something you shouldn't do is act like you're above everyone else and act like you own the school when literally you're not. There's so many freshmen that just think that they're like the best thing that has ever happened to the school, and honey, no. How do you make friends in high school? It's been hard for me and I haven't found many. I'm 2 years in. I've actually done a video all about how to make friends in high school, so go check it out. This one's funny. Advice with high school boys and how to talk to them. OMG, thanks Keegan. High school boys are stupid, so that's my first thing that I like to throw this out here. How to talk to them. I'm gonna give you guys all my little secrets on how I got boyfriends. First thing, find something you have in common with them. My senior year, I was like not talking, but like this guy and I, like he slid in my DMs and we were like talking a little bit, like texting, whatever. Like, and we talked for 2 days about how much we hated a teacher and like the weird girl in our class. I think it's really important to find things you have in common with the guy. So like if you play the same sport, or if you are interested in the same music, or if you hate the same teacher, find things you have in common and talk to them about that. It makes it a lot easier when you're both invested in a conversation, you have similar interests. Another thing, if you want to get a boyfriend, this is actually literally a way I got a boyfriend, get their Snapchats and start a Snapchat streak with them. It is the best way to like talk to someone every single day with no pressure. Hopefully they're not the kind of guy that like sends streaks and like never responds for the rest of the day. I literally had a guy that was like, can I get your Snapchat? Let's start a streak. And I was like, yeah, and then we ended up dating. Snapchat streaks are like the best way to like get really close to someone, get to know them a lot. If they're Snapchatting someone, be like, oh, what's your Snapchat? We should start a streak. Like something so casual, and then like you're in love. It happens. I'm not kidding. That's literally how I got a boyfriend. Are you one of the popular kids in school? Literally no one knew who I was at all. Like no, I was like invisible. If they did know me, it was because I make YouTube videos, but I really don't think a lot of people knew I made YouTube videos. There also wasn't like popular people at my school. There's people that everyone knew about, but like also no one really liked those people, so I wouldn't consider them popular. Do you actually lose all your friends in high school, or is that something everyone says? Because I made a good group of friends my 8th grade year, and I really don't think I'm going to lose all of them, but that's what high school advice videos say. I went into high school having one best friend. Sophomore year, we like had a huge fight stopping friends. Junior and senior year, we became friends, but we're not like, let's chit chat every day, let's hang out. Like I haven't hung out with her in a really long time, but we were best friends going into freshman year. I know people that have like stuff through their friendships throughout high school, and I know so many people that lost friendships or faded away. You don't necessarily like lose a friendship, you can fade away, but everyone says this and you get so stressed and you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do without my best friend. But the thing is, you make new friends. It's not like you lose your friend and now you have none. You make new friends, you start fading away from your friends because they made new friends, you made new friends. You're going to have a group of friends even better than your ones in junior high. You can stick with your 8th grade friends, but you also may not. Just don't hold on to something for the sake of how long you guys have been friends for. How do you counter bullies? My school didn't really have bullies. I've never heard of a kid that was like continuously picked on. There's obviously going to be people that are like petty and mean that'll talk behind your back, but there's never been someone like in the TV shows that like intentionally like try to like ruin your life and bully you and like make you cry. I've never found that at my school, maybe other schools. I went to a good school. So just don't get stressed in the fact that you think that there's going to be like these huge bullies. There's going to be people that are meaner. I can definitely think of a few that went to my school that were just kind of like rude girls, but they're so concerned with themselves that they don't care about anyone else because they're just like so self-absorbed. That sounds really horrible. I'm not trying to like roast anyone, but that's genuinely just like the people that I can think that are mean only care about themselves, so they're not going to be picking on you. Okay, so I think that's all the questions. A lot of them were basically just about like time management and things like that, my first question that I answered. So I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I love you so much. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!